Welcome back to Attingham Park for episode 20 in the origins of Feld-Corp. Hello everyone. Here we are now on day 2, early spring, and I'm crashing into a truck. Now what we're doing now, since we got the new yard installed previous episode, we are now going to move all our bales down there. So we got this smashing little bale picker-upper so that we don't damage any of these silage bales. And as you can see, we've hired a local bod to do some fertilising contracts for us. We've got one on field 2 here, and a couple others dotted around the place. We've also got a seeding contract down on field 40 something, I think. Let's actually have a look quick, that way I won't forget. So yeah, we've got field 2 going on there for Mason Newton. Our friend Anthony gave us a call, said he could use a hand on field 10, so we'll run over and fertilise that at some point. Field 16 also, Toby, he was quite happy with all the work we've been doing for him lately, so he gave us a shout and see if we'd do his field as well. So we'll probably send our worker over there shortly to do that one. And also field 46 for Justine. She's going to need it seeded with onions, and our fairly big seeder does onions, so we'll be getting onto that later on today. But yeah, for the time being, what we're doing is loading up all our bales onto this. We converted it from oops, crashing into it there. We converted it from oops, wrong way. Hey, that's not what I wanted to happen, but it kind of worked out. Got to remember, this thing kind of pinches the bales a bit if I'm not careful. Oh, now those are all on completely wrong. What was I trying to say? Yeah, no, we're moving all the bales over now to the new farmyard, or the yard area. That way we can get everything sorted and properly set up for our sort of TMR exploits. Now, I'd sort of toyed with the idea of maybe getting cows, since we are doing a lot of TMR here. There's nothing really stopping us grabbing a small cow pen, possibly, and setting something up. Not 100% sure if we are going to do that or not. We'll have a think about it and see where we go later on. It might be, since we're really more setting up the business as sort of contractors and logistic solutions, we may not branch out into animals just yet. But certainly, this work with getting the TMR setup done, that's definitely a good profit maker for us, so that is not a bad thing. So we'll carry on with that and see where it goes. So in the not too distant future, we're going to be looking at getting a grass field, or a field we can reseed as grass, so that we can get our own supply of hay coming in. Oops, I need to back away a bit more from this, I think, because I'm really not laying these down properly. Yeah, obviously, once we're making the TMR proper, we don't necessarily need to use these things, because we can just spike it and put them on that way. Yeah, that'd be a lot easier than doing it like this. But for now, I figure we'll do it the proper way, because we don't always want to be stabbing them and letting the water and other stuff get in there, because Lord knows that will get very messy, and yeah, so that's all gone very wrong. Very wrong, very quickly. Can you tell I'm really good at this? Seems like I'm saying that a lot. I'm totally a professional. Absolutely a professional. Professional. Perhaps not, but yeah. Let's go and wrangle these two escaping bales. At least maybe we won't turn around and knock anything off the trailer this time. But I actually don't mind these forks too much, or pickups, whatever they are. They work pretty well. They open and close, so you don't have to line them up 100% perfect, which is handy. And it'll fit all the way along there, so I'll probably have to go around the other side and give it a little bit of a nudge up at some point. But that's fine. It just drops on and slides out, and then it rolls all the way down the wagon trailer off to the other end. Yeah, I know how this is going to go. Yeah, I know exactly how this is going to go. We can turn the lights off now too. Oh dear. I forgot to open it. Okay, fine. Or I may not have gone down far enough either. There is also that. But yeah, these I'm actually quite liking these. I don't often use these ones, so usually it's just a case of stab it and go, because we've already popped them nearby with one of the other like loading wagon automatic pickup things. So yeah, it's kind of nice to use some of these for a change. Well, off you get. Okay, let's get that last one from down there. And obviously we've got tons of these things back at the main yard. What we'll probably do is pick them up with the other thing. What do you call the other thing? The auto-loader thing that I was in fact just talking about a second ago. Oh yeah, if only I was paying attention to what I was saying. But yeah, we've got that thing that we can use as well, so we'll probably do that at some point. Now this one, let's see if we can pop this one on the top here. I don't know how well this is going to work, but we'll give it a shot. I should have probably pushed them in from the other side first. Hey, there we go. Well, that worked not so bad. Let's go around here and just give them a gentle nudge on the bottom, see if they'll go in for us. It might all go horribly wrong, but oh well. I mean, how hard could it be? So long as we give it a very gentle nudge. He says smacking into it at full pelt. There we go, that'll do. Let's give that one a gentle... Oops. Not on the edge, more in the middle. Yeah, that'll do. Let's not chance it too much. And let's not drive on this bloke's field too. And the other thing we're doing today too is we're waiting for the price to come up on what's that stuff? Not soybeans, sunflower. Because we have about 35,000 litres odd of sunflower. So we're waiting for the price on that to come up. It is currently, let's have a look. Yeah, currently 1461 and rising down at the Sunrise Bakery. Well, there's a thing. Sunrise Bakery, price is rising, and they want sunflower. That's not half bad. So yeah, we're going to pop this up on here and see if we can't. Well, if I don't actually directly stab the bale with it, that might be handy. Okay, I'm going to get it on there, squeeze it up, and drop it off. Now hopefully it's going to stay on there. I don't know if it will strap down. The bale obviously will strap down. Hopefully the tool will strap down with it. But what we are going to do for now is drive down to the other barn and start picking those ones up. So we'll carry on here with this and the fertilising jobs there. And we've got to flip this field around at some point too. Well, speaking of jobs, that one's finished. Hooray! So yeah, now we've got to hurry around with some jobs. Not some jobs. We've got to get this field cultivated before too long. Now, it did have wheat in it. I think we've surveyed it and everything. Yes, it's going to need liming pretty good. So we can do that probably after the fertilising jobs. Let's see what is actually up for planting at the moment. Well, not much of anything. I'm thinking we're probably going to do canola in this one. Mainly because, I mean, we could do sunflower, I suppose. Let's have a look at the prices on those. Sunflower, we know is 14 and rising. Canola's not brilliant. Soybean might be a good one. Yeah, we'll do one of those things anyway. Either soybean or canola, most likely, because this was a wheat field before, so we should do something that's not a cereal crop. Let's carefully get this out. There we go. And since these are partially stacked, it shouldn't be too difficult to move them. Although actually I forgot to bring the lorry down, didn't I? Hang on a minute. I knew there was something that wasn't quite right. I was just thinking, oh there we go, we got a call on the radio from our bot, so they finished the field, so that's handy. But yeah, I was just thinking, looking at that thing there, we could even use the bale grab that's up there, the brown bale picker-upper, and pick up some of those ones, like the middle ones, so that we can pick them up in a stack of 3 like this. So yeah, anyway, I shall carry on with this. We'll get them set up on another contract, and we'll see where we go from here. We'll catch up when we get a little further on into the day, because like I say, we've got to fertilise, cultivate this field for starters, and we've only got a tiny cultivator. So yeah, once this stuff's all moved over and sorted, we'll have a look at the classifieds, or we'll keep an eye on the classifieds while we are doing all this. God, that's all horribly not straight, but oh well. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the classifieds as we're going, and see what comes up, and come back and see where we are in a bit. Alrighty, now we are working on that seeding contract. We finally got the bales all sorted out. It was a bit of a arse, to be honest. Yeah, they were not playing well with that trailer. They kept pinging out as you saw, and ended up all over the shop. So what we did in the end was we hired an Ursus T127 or 125, I think it was. It's a little sort of 8 stack bale stacker thing, so that'll work out it did work out quite nicely rather, because it meant we could just pick them up and arrange them a bit better, and then shove them in the barn with the forklift, or not forklift, with the front loader. But yeah, it all worked out good in the end. So yeah, now we're on to seeding. Our worker for the day is happily doing more fertilising. We've got, let's see, we got field 16 done, and they've now started work on field 14 for Scott there. So we're going to cash in these ones that we've got, and that is looking good. I don't think there's anything else we're after at the moment contract-wise, so that's fine. Now, yeah, like I say, we've got a fertilising one on the go at the moment. Besides this, we're still we're kind of waiting on a potential cultivator to pop up so we can do our field. If nothing's popped up by the time we get done with this contract, then we'll basically just purchase something brand new, because there's a couple of things I've got my eye on that we can definitely afford now, which is a good thing. Now the money did go down briefly because we picked up a cheap, you can't see it from here, a cheap Bailey trailer. It was a sort of 15,000 litre / 35,000 litre one, I think it was. So something along those lines. Now it may be silage for the 35,000 one, but it was only like £5,000, or £8,000 rather, because we got the silage body version. So I figured, you know, it's for that sort of price, it's worth having an extra trailer just on the go that we can use as needed for sort of small shuttling jobs or other things like that. So yeah, that was, and also that's potentially one that we could take down when we move on to the next area. We could maybe bring that with us as an initial starting trailer as well. So yeah, there's some options there. But yeah, generally not too much else has come up that we are needing at the moment. We're still waiting on work to be done on our truck, or the big brand new lorry cab. Well, not brand new, but the newer model lorry truck cab thing that we've got. That's in the shop. That'll be about 35 grand, I think, for that, because we're getting the longer body swap section fitted to it, so that it can have things like curtain siders and other dumper backs and tankers and all sorts of fun stuff like that. So that should be coming in fairly soon, cost-wise. But yeah, that's not looking too bad. We've got plenty of money to cover that anyway. Now, once we get back on the next row, I might actually have a quick look at the classifiers and see what's going on. Generally, we're in pretty good shape, I think. Besides cultivator, you know, we can always keep an eye out for a really big, heavy tractor. A sort of really high horsepower, medium to large tractor, like a large medium or a medium-sized large one, if that makes sense. Something that's not massive but has the power to work. So yeah, let's have a look, see what's going on. Well, there's a 4-metre cultivator. That's not too helpful. Let's see. There's 500 horsepower plough. There's no way we can pull that thing. Okay, vehicles wise, a couple of old tractors up for sale today, and some harvesters which we've already got pretty much sorted for. Oh, there we go, a TerraTrack. That's quite expensive though, so I think we'll avoid that for now. But you know, something maybe around that sort of size, maybe a touch smaller. Yeah, we'll have to see what comes up as we go. But yeah, missed a spot there. I'll have to come back and get that maybe if we need to. But yeah, so we'll carry on with this, and once we finish here, depending on what comes up on the classifieds there, in the old Tractor Trader magazine or whatever it's called these days. Yeah, we'll either get something from there or we'll buy our own. So we'll catch up with you all once we get around to that cultivating, and we'll have to get liming on it as well, I think. But yeah, so we'll catch up a bit once we get on to the next task, because you have all seen us seeding fairly recently, I think. And you know, as cool as it is to watch a Lamborghini going up and down a field, you know, it's working. One of these days we'll have to put the twin wheels on that. Maybe if we get upgrade the horsepower or something, we'll whack the massive wheels on it and go tonking around the countryside for a bit. Alright, here we are up at the shop again. Now, we're going to get that cultivator, and let's have a quick look at the prices on the what was it, sunflowers. So the Sunrise Bakery has topped out at 1,500 and change per 1,000, which is not half bad considering we've got 35,500 litres. So we're probably going to sell that in a minute as well. But yeah, so the cultivator we're looking at getting, if I pop up the correct menu this time, is we're looking at getting a disc harrow. Now, there are a few different options, a couple of interesting things I'd looked at, but it's not that one. It's the slightly smaller brother of that one, which is, if we go along here, come on, where are you? It's down here somewhere. There it is. It's the slightly smaller version, but it's 12 metres, and from what the guys in the shop were telling me, even though it's rated at 300 horsepower, our little Lamborghini that's about, well, I say little, the Mac VRT one that we've got is currently set at 230 or 229 horsepower. They said that should pull it just fine. So we're going to purchase this, and it's going to cost us a pretty penny, 70 grand there for one thing, but it's quite a good size cultivator. So that is now purchased and should be right next to us. There it is, lovely. Yeah, so this should do us quite well, particularly on some of the bigger fields. Since we do own a couple of fairly large fields now, this thing should work quite well for those. And also, in fact, that's another good idea to check contracts. We've got one completed there. That was the sowing contract we did. Let's see if there are any others we might want to... Blake in Field 6, possibly we might get that one. Sowing in... And for Blake again, sowing in Field 7. Yeah, we'll probably get that as well. But yeah, so we can also do cultivating jobs. Because a lot of the fields here are of a decent size. So let's check 12 and 21 quick, because we may well do. That's 12. And 21 is probably over this end, isn't it? Yeah, it's up there. We'll probably skip that one for now, but we could definitely get 12. And what were the other ones we were talking about? Fertilising Field 6 for Blake. Field 6 that's that one up there. Yeah, so we could probably send our worker off on that later on. And Field 3? Why is that so small? Oh, that's that tiny one up there for Scott. Or Aaron, rather. Why do I keep getting Aaron and Scott confused? No idea. But, yeah, sowing on Field 17, I think we'll definitely get that one. Because that's a pretty decent payout. He says, forgetting to check what it was actually sowing. But it's oats. It's not expensive enough to be a, like potato or something like that. So, yeah, I think we'll grab that one as well. Cultivating Field 12. Because that's not bad. We should be able to use this for that. And it should work fairly well. So, let's get on back to our field, which luckily is just around the corner from us. So, or from the shop, I should say. So it's not too bad. Okay, get out here onto the road. Try not to hit anything. Oops, turning the lights on there. Don't need to do that. Out, something coming down there. Yeah, of course, all the traffic now is coming since I'm wanting to pull out. Okay, we're going for it after this white car. Oh no, there's a truck coming. It's going to go horribly wrong. Okay, cool. It didn't. That's good. Lovely. So, yeah, our field, there it is just there. We've got to go round to get to it, unfortunately, but it's not too big of a deal. Here we are. Pulling on in. And yeah, I mean, we could wait on selling those sunflower seeds that we've got, because it is one of the other places the price is going up, but I don't think we're really gonna get that big of a jump on it. I don't think. We'll have a quick look before we get started with this. I'll pop the drone out as well quick, if I can remember where it is. There we go. Yes, let's have a look at the price of sunflower. Yeah, it's going up, but it's not going up massively quickly. So I think what we'll probably do is get this one done. Maybe set a worker off doing the field down there, we'll see. Actually, that might be good to do ourselves. So yeah, let's undo this, because you know we don't get to drive everything that much. But okay, oh crumbs, this is actually a bit wider than I was expecting. Make sure not to... Did you lower it? You did. Why did you lower it there, you silly thing? But yes, so there we go. Now we are continuing on. This looks like it's doing quite well for us. Oh yeah, yeah, we should get through this field in no time. Smashing, and we got our little doits down there with the spreader, so we can chunk some lime on this, because this is definitely running low on the lime. So we're going to need to do that. And I forget if we'd figured out what we were going to put in this. I think we were thinking canola, weren't we? Let's see if it's going to... yeah, just have to raise it up and go back into the corner slightly, but not like that, because I don't know how to drive, apparently. But that's all good. So yeah, this will definitely help us in our quest for continuation, or providing farming services to the local area and beyond. Now, obviously, the next part of the sort of expansion of Feld-Corp, we're looking at maybe moving to another area. Oops, missed that part there again. Oh, and I missed the corner, so I might as well back all the way in. Yeah, we're potentially looking to move on to another area once we've got a decent cash flow going here. So we've always got money floating around in the background being made and all that sort of thing. So in view of that, we are going to look at getting. We've got one harvester that we could take with us. That's actually down there in the shed we were using for the bales, so that's handy. So we've got one harvester that we can take with us. We've got the lorry that we'll take with us as well, the new one, the VS truck, VSTR UK. We can definitely take that with us. And if we find one or two decent cheap tractors, we may well pick up that as well to take with us. So at this point we are just gaining funds and making sure we have enough equipment here to keep... Come on, turn that way. Oh, this has all gone horribly wrong, hasn't it? Horribly wrong. We might be in there. Not quite got it. Okay. I was hoping we could have perhaps... No, it's this way. Yeah, it's probably not going to catch it either. We might be okay. No, we're not going to be okay. I promise I do know how to drive this thing, I really do. It's probably just because this is a bit bigger than the ones we're used to using. Or at least the ones I'm used to using. Yeah, there we go, smashing. Got that going now. But yeah, so we're looking for some expansion here. And it doesn't. We don't have to start out with fantastic equipment in wherever we move to next. Obviously, as we're expanding the business, the more we can get, the better it will be. And we'll have this place working hard, gaining us money in the background, and sort of keeping our resources up, which is a good thing. And I've done it again, haven't I? No, we're good. Smashing. So we'll just go to the end here, then spin it around, back it up, and just do the rest of this quick. So unless anything changes, I'll get this field finished cultivated, and then we'll go down and sell those sunflower seeds, and maybe have a little bit of a montage of some sort while we're doing the little odds and ends of contracts, and seeding this field as well. So that should be quite epic. everyone. As you can see, we are up at the store now, and it is day 3 mid-spring. So, as you likely saw in the montage, we finished up those contracts. Kind of ran late into the night, so we went to bed, got a bit of sleep, and got up early this morning to do some stuff. Now, the money went up, and the money's gone down, and part of that is the reason we're up here at the store right now. So, let's run over here, and you'll see what happened. They gave us a call early this morning, said they've got a little something in that they thought we might be interested in. So we came down and had a look, and we've purchased another tractor. It is an old John Deere. Now it's an EU spec one, the 4640, 174 horsepower, I believe it is, this one. Goes up to just over 200, and it's got the front 3-point on it, and everything else that's good for a tractor. So we figured we'd get that, and that way we could either take this one with us to when we continue on, or we could take the Deutzfahr that we have, the Agratron 150, I think that is. So let's get and have a quick peruse around this. Looks pretty good. It didn't need much work in terms of service. We just refueled it from the drum that we've got around here. Sounds pretty good. So let's go and pick up the other thing we bought, which was this here. It's the lizard crop sensor. I believe we leased one of these early on. I figured in case we get some more fields now, it might be worth purchasing our own one. And since we've got the John Deere, I figured might as well get it in John Deere colours. So there it is. And I forgot to attach the cables. There we go. So yeah. This is our fantastic new tractor, and one of the reasons we've got this thing is it was only like 49,000, I think, pounds. So it seemed like a pretty decent bargain. And it's kind of long. It's kind of a big tractor, ironically, a little bit bigger than I was thinking, but it was cheap as chips, really. So I figured, why not go for it? It gives us a little bit more versatility here, and then obviously it gives us a good choice of stuff that we could take elsewhere with us. And now the reason we got the crop sensor specifically in the colours for this tractor is we're probably not going to buy too many more fields here. Obviously we've got the grass fields that we'll have to purchase in the not too distant future, and also there's the barley field that we got where we have the new farmyard and sort of storage and everything. That definitely needs to get scanned. So we've got a few things on the go there that we're going to need one of these things for anyway. And plus, this isn't our field. This isn't where we need to turn. I'm getting it all wrong. Need to shut that gate. Looks like Anthony left it open. And let's grab. It's this one, isn't it? Is it? No, not this one. No, it's the other one. That's right. It's the one with the bolt on it. There we go. Get that closed. Oh, shush! You're honking. So speaking of Anthony, we've actually picked up a couple more fertilising contracts today, and we've got an worker doing one of those for us at the moment down on field 33. So that one's underway. As soon as we get back to the farm here, we're going to pick up the fertiliser, the spreader ourselves, the solid spreader, and we are going to use that to quickly run around and do crop sensoring on our field here, and fertilise it as we go, because no doubt it needs it. And we could potentially put lime on it as well, since it's only just been seeded, so that might not be a bad shout as well. But we'll see how we go. We'll get the fertiliser on first, and then get the lime on if it needs it, and it probably will as well. But yeah, since it's basically beginning growth stages, we should be fine. But yeah, so obviously as we progress onto another place, having a crop sensor with us will be very handy indeed. Because then obviously we won't have to purchase or lease one. We'll be bringing our own. So yeah, let me just get sorted out here with the stuff. And oh yeah, we were going to look at contracts, weren't we? Just quickly. So yeah, you can see we got 6 and 7 for Blake up here. Anthony again for field 11, and Scott wanted us to do 14 as well. And Toby, obviously, he's a good friend of ours now. Give us a call about field 16. So that's good. And this is the one we have our worker working on for Maurice Vargas down there at field 33. So yeah, I'm going to get hooked up to the spreader and we'll start crop censoring. Alrighty, we are back again. And as you can see now, we switched to lime instead of fertilizer. We did a quick test spot, and it turns out the nitrogen is actually bad, but it's bad in the wrong direction. There's basically too much nitrogen on this field, so unfortunately we can't add more to it, and there's no real way to take it away. But it is lacking in lime, so there is that, I suppose. But yeah, so essentially we're just going to run around here, hit it with the old lime spreader as we go. Oh god, I made a complete pig's ear of that corner, didn't I? Oh well. Carry on we shall. But yeah, so we're essentially, we're just going to head around the field, get it all sensed and limed. The lime was bad, but not terrible, I guess. I mean, it's going through a fair chunk, but it's not as bad as it could have been. So, yeah, and of course, I'm just lousing it all up again there, aren't I? Let's give it a nice turn and continue on down this way. But, yeah, so we'll carry on with this, and we'll carry on with those fertilising contracts, and see how that all goes. And I think we are roughly about done for the day. So yeah, if you've enjoyed whatever this was, then please give us a like and hit the old subscribe button too if you haven't already. And any comments are always welcomed. I always enjoy chatting with everyone out there in internet land, as it were. And yeah, if you'd like to share this video, that would be greatly appreciated. And with that, I shall bid you farewell and hope to see you all next time on the origins of Feld-Corp. Cheerio, everyone.